What's good, gamers? It's Stevie. Somehow managed to win a Genesys pod event thingy. Got a cool little dragon maid mat. Did you know that if you win this, if you win an event, you get 25 points? 25! That's a lot of tickets if you didn't know. We got Forbes behind the camera. Say hi. It's him.
Hello. This is not a flattering view. Hi.
Anyways, we played what I was basically destined to play. We played Dynamorphia last turn. Oh boy, this deck was real funny. Unfortunately, they didn't show it off for the Genesys thingy. I wonder why.
Someone would have been fired if they showed it off.
Someone probably would have been fired.
And then you would have been banned again.
Just to even
Ouch.
mention last turn as like a thing. But it was a fun deck. Had a lot of success with it on dueling with ladder. Turns out back row strategies are pretty good. This ain't no Odeon. This ain't no Argo Star. Not a little Eldritch, but this does get the job done, and it is very good at keeping you alive, which is very, very important when it comes to gaining a lot of value out of your Dynamorphians and just being able to infinitely float into themselves. So, but let's not waffle on. Quick little shoutouts. Shoutouts to everyone who lent me cards, specifically Cold Throne, who basically gave me this entire deck. Oh my god, I legitimately don't think I could have played this event without Cold Throne. Almost all the credit of me being able to play this event went to Cold Throne. Additionally,
you know his actual name, right?
I don't know. I've never.
How do you? Oh my god.
I don't know. He just added me on Discord. Anyways, additional shoutouts to Kaze and Shin, again, giving me the cards to play. Special thanks to Mato for letting me beat on him over and over again in testing. And of course, special shoutouts to everybody who said hi to me and asked me to sign cards and hit the gritty. It was very, very fun. Okay, so let's get into the card by card.
Right, real quick, how long did that match for your final take?
The finals of these events are untimed because they're finals, and it literally took 2 hours. Fun fact, I think we have the record for like the longest single ruling judge call, which was a 30 to 40 minute judge call.
Was it really 40 minutes?
It took 30 minutes. Like 30 to 40 minutes.
It was like 7-8 judges trying to figure out what the hell to do with you.
Yes, but we'll get into that in a bit.
Let's get
Right.
into it.
So, card by card time. We played triple Dynamorphia Theresia. She's broken. She sets one from deck. She floats. She just does it all. Obviously, if you see her in your opener, she's broken. But even if you don't see her in her opener, like being able to float into her off of your reborn spells or your fusion float, it's just disgusting on how much value this deck can like secretly generate over the course of like a turn, or even like popping your own guys. It's crazy. We play double Diplos. I know you probably should only be playing one, but there are going to be times where you open hands where you want to be double fusioning. Think of like copying domain twice, but because you open like a Diplos, for example, it can really feel like you're just going super duper neg. Not like domain twice, but something like Frenzy twice, and you don't really want to like burn through all your Theresias or something. Just having the second Diplos does help a lot. Having an additional normal summon in this deck helps a lot. And especially being able to send a trap card in regards to what you may need in order to like literally survive a turn, such as if your opponent's trying to like burger burn you for 1500 and you send a little domain to protect yourself.
That was so dumb.
Oh my god, it was silly.
Actual evil.
Yep. We've got the best hand trap in the game, Triple Wannabe! All you need to know is that during the end phase, you send it from hand or field to graveyard, like a really bad Curry Bandit. You're gonna activate cards off the top until you hit a trap card, and then you set it to your board. If you hit Dynamorphia Domain or Frenzy or Trap Trick or Trap Holoc, you are the greatest duelist to ever do it.
What if you just straight up hit the win con?
We don't talk about that scenario. It's actually not that good because
you don't have anything else.
You better have it resolve. Consistency cards, triple pot duality. This card does not special summon that much.
Man.
Triple extra. Did you know that this card has 0 points? Like, I don't know why. You have to play the alt-art version.
You
Unless you draw
playing
3 cards secretly.
You playing 3 is crazy.
Actually, the alt-art allows you to never banish Kentrigina. There was a scenario where I did banish triple Stealth Bergia and double Kentrigina, but we clutched that matchup.
The alt art secretly lets you never draw the 3rd copy.
No, it drew me into the same copy multiple times.
That's tragic. Okay.
Right. Triple Dynamorphia Domain. This is your main fusion spell. This is the best fusion spell. We've also got Triple Frenzy. These are all basically the exact same card. Frenzy's like a little bit worse because its material requirements are like a little more funky. You could very much tell that Frenzy was designed with Rexstrom in mind, and Domain was primarily designed with Kentrigina and Self-Bergia. But again, this deck needs a consistency. You just need to find ways to get to Kentrigina as fast as possible, and you're just going to generate a poop ton of advantage.
Remind me again how many points Rexstrom is?
It is 91, but don't worry, we're not playing him. We're playing double Dynamorphia Intact. Well, I don't know why these cards are 1 point each. Whatever.
Wait, they're really 1 point each?
They are 1 point.
That's crazy. Well, they're counter traps, I guess. But...
It's Solemn Strike, and you gotta pop your own card, and
that actually might be why.
Just does it all. Yeah. I would like to play more, but I'm playing bad cards instead in the main, so
yes.
You know. If there's a card I would like to play more of, it's definitely Intact. Definitely an absolute killer. One thing specifically in regards to Genesys format is that when it comes to decks don't really have a great way of pushing through like more than one negate or one interrupt. Decks can get played through like one interrupt pretty easily, obviously, of course. Like if you're not able to push through an interrupt, you are not a deck built past 2012. But the fact that Solemn Strike, not even in current TCG, not even in like just Genesys, but in current TCG, is just a turn stopper on its own, and having access to it in Genesys is very, very powerful. So I can definitely understand if this card might actually be bumped up to like 3 or 5 points. I would not be surprised.
You'd be the sole cause of it too.
Would not be surprised. So, another card I would love to have played more of is Dynamorphia Brute. This was a last minute inclusion. Oh my god, this card is broken. Non-targeting pop. It's a normal trap that can be copied off of Kentrigina. It just does it all. This is probably the best, disruption card, right next to Intact. Like in this order. Intact's like the best one, Brute's the second best one.
Can I read it?
Yeah. But essentially, what you do is you summon, you pop. It's just you pop a Dynamorphia card and a monster and a card on your opponent's field. That's it. Non-targeting.
It's a non-targeting single pop Dacris attack, basically.
Yeah.
With extra stuff on it.
Mild upside of being able to pop your own cards to infinitely float. Crazy.
Can I just read it like exactly? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it does protect you.
It's broken.
It gives you protection. Wait, that's actually really good.
Yes. All the normal traps give you protection from effect damage, and all the counter traps give you protection from whatever. Anyways, counter trap. We have one Dynamorphia Sonic. This card is like not that good. This card is basically here to say I don't want to lose a Twin Twister or a Cosmic Cyclone, or against like a lot of back row strategies, which are much more prevalent in this format. Think of like Eldritch or Odeon. This card is very, very important in those matchups, but it's pretty useless in some other matchups, so you only really want to play the one. Ideally, you don't even really want to play this card in general. You could arguably side it, but Genesys is so open of a format that you are, in a way, forced to play this in the main. Anyways, last normal trap, Dynamorphia Alert. This card's broken. It basically just says like double Reborn. You can make a rank 4 on the follow-up turn. You can revive Kentriginas. You can revive Self-Bergias. This card is just a very, very nice tool in order to give swarm potential to a deck that inherently should not have any swarm or pushes. Lets you access some very funny rank 4s on follow-up turns, which I will explain later. Oh my god, Iron Thunder. Holy heck. This card is $50 a copy.
Wait,
disgusting.
really?
For QCRs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, normal copies are like $12, but Iron Thunder, Solemn Judgment was... a little too expensive.
7 points. 7 points each.
Yes. Originally I wanted to play Solemn Judgment in the main, but after the update to some of the point totals, we could not fit Solemn Judgment. We had to pick between Judgment and another card you'll see later. But Iron Thunder, fortunately, still 0 points. We just kept the sauce. This card's broken.
Iron Thunder is really just Solemn Judgment, but with a gun.
Basically. Sometimes you have to blow up your own Dynamorphia Frenzy because your opponent summons to its zone or something. That's just the cost you pay. That's just the price of ballin'.
God has chosen violence.
Alright, more disruption traps. Triple trap trick. Get your engine, get your disruption traps.
Is this card 0 points?
0 points.
Why?
I don't know.
It's evil.
There aren't good normal traps. You got a broken normal traps. Ferret Flame. Oh my god, Flame on. This card just says win the game. Half the time you resolve this card, you will probably just win the game. Non-destruction removal back to the deck is such a powerful form of disruption that this card is basically the only reason Dynamorphia has any staying power in the TCG whatsoever, but in a lower power format like Genesys, holy hell, this card is so nice. I remember spinning in the finals against Vanquish Soul, I spanned 5 monsters back to their main deck, and they looked really sad. This card is broken. I could have killed them on the follow-up, because it's XX, so you know. Anyways, speaking of normal traps, we played 2 Imprudent Intrusion. Look, I didn't have anything else to play. I couldn't figure out if I wanted to play more counter traps. I couldn't figure out if I wanted to play more, you know, like monsters or hand traps or anything like that. Imprudent Intrusion ended up just being kind of like a whatever card, but it's like barely relevant enough. It's so hard to describe how okay this card is, but how sometimes good it is. This is like the most cuttable card in the deck by far, but it is also like the funniest outside of the other card, but you'll see that later. So, if you guys don't know what it does, your life points must be lower than your opponent's to activate and resolve an effect. And you get to activate one of these effects. By the way, this card is not a hard or soft. This card is not even once per turn at all. And you can either pop a monster your opponent controls with less than or equal to the difference in life points, or you can special summon a monster from your graveyard with less than or equal to the difference in life points. And considering you have yourself like a bajillion trillion times, this card basically just reads either non-targeting Raigeki Break or non-targeting Monster Reborn. Crazy.
Does it always count as an Evil Eye card? Does it have that? Or
nope.
It just has the art.
It
It's
just
just there.
Evil Eye cards.
That's crazy.
And finally, the FTK package. Unfortunately, Trapaholic was given points, but don't worry about it. It's 7 points now. Target a card on the field, target one of your spell traps, pop it, and if you do, set 1. We play a bajillion traps. So having Trapaholic's trap that set be online is not very difficult. And the trap that we chose to set off of Trapaholic that's not named Ferret Flames is Last Turn.
The true star of the show.
So, Last Turn does not work at all. This card is effectively a break glass in case of emergencies win condition, and against certain decks such as Vanquish Soul or Fire King even, or a lot of other decks, this card can effectively win the game on the spot. It is very hard to describe how efficient Last Turn is at just stealing a game. Think about like you're under a full Mystic Mind lock. You just set and activate Last Turn. Your opponent summons a Planet Pathfinder and they're forced to attack, and they just lose. Like, what are they going to do? You go into Vanquish Soul. They go, at best, they maybe summon Caesar, attacking your Kentragina, who's like very, very big because your life points are 1,000 or less, so at minimum she's 3,000. Kentragina will float into Theresia. You get some backup while your opponent's basically out of gas, and you will win. Fun fact about Last Turn, the monster that you select for the battle for Last Turn does not need to be the one remaining on the field. Again, in that scenario where Caesar and Kentragina at 3,000 will crash, and you have a Theresia on your board, if you pass, you will win the duel. This is how it was ruled for the Genesys event, and in many of the unofficial tournaments.
The no banlist tournaments, right?
The online Genesys events.
The online Genesys, okay.
Very unofficial, but that is just how it's been ruled by every judge. It's been confirmed with every in-person judge. It's been confirmed with every rulings database I could find. This card does not function at all in any coherent way. How does this card work under Ash Blossom? Well, we had a 40-minute judge call where we basically had to go back and forth and say, is it a clause? Is it all part of the effect? Is it a condition applied to the player? It's very, very stupid. It's very, very unintuitive in regards to how this card should work. All I'm going to say is, if you plan on playing this deck, have a judge on standby 24/7 and make sure that judges on staff are like aware.
Should I explain the reason why they ruled it that it could be ashed, or to skip over it?
Yeah, we can basically just explain that right now.
Yeah.
It's effectively the same way as
IP Rukulos.
Yeah, IP Rukulos. Whether or not I agree or not, that's for greater minds. I don't even know how this. This is so stupid. Whatever. If you resolve last turn, honestly, you're the GOAT, bro. My bad. Extra deck. We just played an extra deck. I mean, it's not really that interesting. Wow, triple Kentragina. She copies effects and is really, really big. Once you get low enough. We played triple Stealth Bergia. Oh my god, the Stealth Bergia incident.
That was secretly your MVP, I feel like.
Low-key, kinda. I won as many matches with Stealth Bergia as I did with last turn, which is 2. Anyways, Stealth Bergia, all you need to know is, outside of the float effect, is if your opponent activates a monster effect, they will take damage equal to that monster's original attack points. Now, if your opponent is at 1,000 life points and they activate, Caesar Valiant's effect to pop, all of a sudden they will find themselves at negative 2,000 and die. That happened in the finals.
Isn't it negative 3?
You die. You have. Yeah, 4.
Oh, wait, he was at 1,000
1,000 minus
left.
3,002.
I forgot he was at 1,000.
He looked very embarrassed because he was like, oh
no.
yeah, Stealth Bergia has like text. Like, it is very, again, this is a very slow, control-y deck that is able to effectively infinitely recur itself because of how all these cards float into each other because of domain. Being able to like get repeated activations of Stealth Bergia over the course of a duel on high attack monsters is a win condition in itself, and can either completely burn your opponent out or give you enough, or get your opponent low enough so that Kentragina is able to just like attack over like a 1,000 attack monster, and your opponent realizes that like 2,000 life points is not enough. Again, that happened during my match against Odeon. It's just a very, very relevant effect. Anyways, the rest of this extra deck is absolute dog shit. I couldn't find any like relevant cards in times. Again, shout out to Kaze and Shin for like lending me these cards. Berphomet, the Shaken Sheep Scrub. This card puts a normal trap to the bottom of your deck and draws you a card. It's a rank 4. I don't know. I put last turn. I put last turn to the bottom of my deck after it got popped off of like Caesar and drew like Ferret Flames, and I felt goated. Anyways, we played Double Time Thief Redoer again. I don't own more Sheep Scrubs. Obviously, this card sucks. Maybe you could make it versus Odeon, like spin a guy. Who gives a shit?
The best part is you actually didn't use the standby face steal effect the one time you did make it when I was watching in the final.
Because I Stealth Bergia killed him. Or I just forgot to use it.
Forgot.
I honestly just forgot. Honestly, good job, me.
I was just watching, wait, no.
I just went like,
No Redoer steal?
I'm like,
Okay.
Redoer, Bergia, pass. Triple Exiton Knight. I mean, it's pretty good for blowing up boards. How does Exiton's nuke effect work in the fake battle phase provided by last turn? Who knows?
Why is Exiton 0 points? Who knows?
And finally, Triple Diamond Crab King. It's a rank 4 with 3,000 attack points. Why is this card $12?
It only has one printing. I think it's a jump promo only, no? Or is that a...
It's a jump
No, it's
promo.
a manga promo. That's even worse.
I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Wait, that's horrible. Oh,
Anyways,
no.
just play Berphomet and like some like random burn guys. But I got Cowboy in there. Who gives a shit? Anyways, side deck. The side deck was 15 hand traps and breakers. Who could have foreseen this? Triple Rescue Ace Impulse and 1 Fire Attacker. This is arguably the best hand trap in the format. That's not like pointed. Being able to basically sculpt your hands, being able to get a free body that's not very easily removed by decks in the format, being able to, because like a lot of engines naturally don't have destruction built into their engines. Like obviously not every fucking deck is like Raisin. It's not like Vanquishal and has like a Raisin pop, and as well as the fact that a lot of extra decks aren't as adept at removing cards because, you know, there's no SP, there's no like Nightmare Service, for example. Being able to fix your hands is a very, very important skill. Being able to establish a body is very, very good. This card just puts a lot of pressure on its own, and I did resolve it like twice versus the Vanquishal player. Like just Fire Attacker, just draw a bunch of guys. It was broken. Next up, Triple DD Crow. This was specifically, I guess we can just show the Skullmeisters as well. These were specifically for the Jirac Dino list. If you guys don't know, there's a Jirac dinosaur list that effectively does a turn 0
Meteor.
Yeah, a turn 0 Jirac Meteor. It just blows up your whole board and makes you very, very sad. These cards were in specifically for that matchup. I didn't run into it during my pod, but if I did, I was very, very prepared. Being able to negate the graveyard effect with like Skullmeister, being able to like hit a target with like DD Crow so that they're not able to do the thingy. Very, 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 very important to have.
That list was Fire King Direct, right? Using the effect of, I believe, Curing?
It's like a weird 2-card combo that I'm not going to pretend to understand. NBC has like a good video showcasing it, so I give it a watch. In regards to like the finer details of the Fire King Direct list. But yeah, these cards, these should probably be in every deck, in my opinion. As long as that deck still exists. Did you know that like the Jirac Asteria is like $5 now? Disgusting.
Dang, really?
Yeah.
Wait, how many points are these?
0. Everything is 0.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Like, Crow being 0 is insane, actually.
Yep. Speaking of broken cards, we played some breakers. We played Lava Golem and Sphere Mode. Why is 2-2 split? It's funny. Lava Golem, you don't really use your normal summon, so you don't really care about giving it up in regards to these decks. In regards to these cards, Lava Golem is specifically for Lunalight, because that deck is able to end like double Liger Dancer with like a 2 or 3 card combo pretty efficiently, or if not, like Liger plus like some rank 4. I wanted to play Kaijus originally, but I felt like trading 1 for 1 in a deck like this, which requires a lot of things to go off, just wasn't good enough. So I kind of like just kind of closed my eyes and prayed when I put in the Lava Golems, and it worked out. So that was pretty good. And we have the Sphere Modes. Sphere Modes was specifically for Onomat Ryziel. Oh my god, that not Onomat Ryziel, just pure Onomat. Oh my god, that deck is disgusting. That deck ends on, I think, 3 to 4 bodies plus a counter trap, which is like plus a counter trap that pops 2. That deck is disgusting. I think it's like 6 interrupts off of like maybe 1 or like 1.5 cards. Like you resolve 1 like Dododo Goblinberg, like the game ends. But the good thing about Sphere Mode and Lava Golem actually more specifically related to Sphere Mode, is that it's very difficult to actually remove this from a field. There's no link monsters, there's no whatever, there's no, you know, self-destruction engines for like Divine Beast, like it's not a fire the same way like Lava Golem is, so you can't like Kieran it to get it off your board, or you can't like overlay it, because like Lava Golem's got really nice levels because it's a level 8. Sphere Mode's like level 10, it's a Divine Beast, it can't be targeted, and more often than not, you're able to have it shift control back to you, and because it can't be targeted as an attack, this is actually a pretty valid win con to just kind of sit on forever, similar to like Chaos Angel. But if you are going for a push, you can send it to the graveyard in order to summon the Winged Dragon of Ra from your hand or deck.
Down to 1k, or down to 1.
Yeah. This was horrible. It is so hard to describe the amount of cope I was in regards to the Winged Dragon of Ra. Why was I playing this? What was the point? Why would I give up a valid win con? Why does it require 3 tributes? Why?
I don't think it even gets its effect if it's summoned off sphere mode, no?
No, it does. It actually its stats will go to 4K exactly.
Exactly, but you don't lose the life, correct? You just
Yeah.
have to use the drop to like pop.
Yeah, I mean, it does have like a board pop effect. It can like drain your life points to 1 to turn on last turn to like effectively enable it. That's like a... I don't even want to call it a valid option. This is just like the stupidest possible option to enable last turn. But I will say, it actually came up in the Vanquish. Yes, in the Vanquish Soul match, it came up and it forced my opponent to like try and Caesar pop it. They actually not even they didn't even try it. They just Caesar popped it and like Caesar pop, and I'm like chain Stealth Bergia, and they're like, okay, cool, 3,000 life points is nothing so far, and then they died over the course of the turn. This card is so stupid. It's bad. Don't play it. Just play a 3rd sphere mode. Play like a good card instead. But for the most part, that is the deck. If you want to talk about matchups for the pod, round 1 was against, I think, Labyrinth, which is insane. Lost.
Actually, there was 2 Labyrinth players in that pod?
There was a lot of Lab. I don't know why. Round 1 was Lab. Lost that dice roll and went 2-0. Round 2 was Odeon, which was, arguably the best macro strategy. Lost the dice roll, went 2-1. Lost 1 win. And round 3 was against Vanquish Soul, where I lost the dice roll and went 2-1. Lost win. What can I say? Stealth Bergia is the greatest card ever made. Kentrigina is the greatest burn last turn enabler ever made. If there's ever a card that should actually be banned from this format, it is last turn. Not because like it's good or anything, but because the ruling implications that it creates and the headaches that it causes are just evil. It's so unintuitive how a card like this exists in any capacity. Why does it exist? Who knows? But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Again, shout outs to everyone who helped out with the list. Shout outs to everyone who lent me cards. Shout outs to Forbes for filming this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.